What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Specifically in today's episode, though, we do have some interesting things to talk about on most of the major cryptocurrencies. As you guys know, we have been waiting ever so patiently for a very freaking long time in regards to XRP, which is slowly but surely making its way over on its leisure to its major resistance right here. It has been ever so patiently strutting its stuff, not really doing much, slowly and surely and painfully moving over like we did in the past here, which took so long to complete this before we saw the major movement, which also happened to be right when the FTX moved here. But now we're doing something very similar, where after the major dump, we've had a very slow and painstaking ascending fractal forming here, slowly reaching us up to its major resistance here. And now we're pretty much really filling in that gap, tightening the string. You could see volume has steadily died off, and then you can see that the moving average, or sorry, the relative strength indicator has slowly flatlined out at 50 on the RSI. So we are getting very strong and getting very ready with tons of uncertainty building for a pop to happen, whether that means a mega explosion of volume to the upside here or a mega, removal of volume to the downside. It is going to happen, and it's going to happen very soon. As you guys know, we've been waiting patiently to see how it reacts with this support here. And honestly, in the next couple of days, we'll figure it out, but I'll talk about when to buy in, when I plan on buying in, when I plan to sell short, so on and so forth with you guys a little bit later in today's video. But we're also going to be looking at Ethereum, which you can also see is flatlined out on the RSI, flatlined out in its price here, which, as you know, uncertainty builds big movements. And then moving even further, Bitcoin, which is doing nothing, has been trending sideways. Sideways movement here, tons of uncertainty, and flatlined out at 50 on the RSI. So you can see literally every single cryptocurrency is building sideways momentum, which at some point is going to pop. Uncertainty and sideways trading, and when crypto is not volatile and when it's not moving, it always means something big is building, and we are going to see that pop. You can easily see volume is also steadily declined here, and we are getting ready for some sort of big movement, which will happen soon. So be prepared. Now, moving forward from that, we're then looking at the S&P, which I think is going to be the, the straw that broke the camel's back, or whatever analogy you'd like to use here. But I believe this is what is going to trigger the movement here that causes the avalanche to happen within most of these major cryptos. And we're going to probably start to see these markets here start to trend downwards and continue to dump lower. And you can see, I believe we've confirmed that when we closed below this uptrend here. So very interesting. That's what we have to talk about in today's video. With that being said, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's dive into today's episode. Now, guys, before I dive into the technical analysis, I just wanted to let you guys know I did drop a new video on my second channel yesterday. Hopefully some of you guys have checked it out. It is starting to explode here. I only have like 945 subs, but just over the past couple of hours here, the video is already almost at 1,000 subscribers. At over 1,000 views, almost 1,000 views, and it will definitely break 1,000 views in the next coming, probably by the time I send you this, by the time you see this video here, this will hopefully be over 1,000 views, but make sure to go check it out. It's a super inspirational video of one of my favorite YouTubers, so definitely share it some love. I'm going to link my second channel in the description, and then you just click on that, and that's super easy. But I also am sorry for making this video late. I've just had a few things to get done and a few errands to run before making today's episode here. But as you guys know, make sure to check this out. With that being said, diving into the technical analysis, quick refresh reveals that we are once again sideways trading. Another pain in the ass. Like, I want to curse, but because that's what I like, how I normally talk, but I can't do it on YouTube here. But you can see sideways trading. We had a little hiccup, but we're back to trading sideways. Sideways movement, little hiccup, back to trading sideways. It's pretty much every crypto is doing the same thing. Flatlined out, no movement over the past week. You can see 1.3, 0.3. 0.01, sorry, that's Binance USD. 1.6, BNB is 1.26. Really is very little movement. And over the past 24 hours, there's very little movement, not even more or less than 1% here. And every crypto is getting ready for something big. And it's like this eerie feeling, like in Florida, now that I'm here, when you start feeling like a subtle cold breeze, it usually implies that a major storm is coming. I feel the same way with crypto when the markets kind of start trending sideways, flatlined out at the 50 on the RSI. appetite usually implies and indicates a big storm is coming for crypto, and we are going to see something pretty substantial very soon. Now, truly, as I've said before, and I'll say it again for all those that are new or haven't watched my channel before or haven't watched my previous videos, simply put here, what we're waiting for to buy into XRP is once we can confirm breaking the major weekly channel here. You can see I'll jump to the monthly. You get a better look here. I mean, it's okay to have this. I think the weekly is going to definitely show it a little bit better. Yes, so this is how I'll leave it for right now. But you can see here the weekly has formed a major descending triangle here, considerably causing or considerable rejections off this major downtrend here. The purple band is what we're looking for here. You can see lower highs every single time we come back up to retest top resistance. It's lower than the last one here consistently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's always getting rejection and rejected from this top resistance here. So what we're looking for is on the weekly charts, which is trading 50 at the RSI, is for a weekly candle to close us above this purple downtrend. Every single time we've tried, we have major wicks and we close below it. Major wick, close below it. Major wick, close below it. And we haven't actually closed a weekly candle above it. Once we do, that would be enough reason to buy in. So simply put, we're back finally after the major drop from FTX. We've had 4 weeks, a month of trading sideways here. And here we are retesting and getting sandwiched between the major downtrend and the major support, or not really a major support, but a support level at the least, and a major downtrend here. And we are trying to fill in this gap here. And we're going to have obviously one of two things: a dump down to 30 cents, if not lower, or a major break, probably up to 80 cents topped here. But we have to wait patiently. And when we see it happen, then we'll get the opportunity to buy in. So what we're waiting for, just one weekly candle to close us above. Close us at 45 cents. That's it. Close the weekly candle 44 cents, 43 cents, and that's all we need to buy in long here. Simply put, we'll be doing the trade on Bityard, the #1 cryptocurrency exchange that I like to use here on the channel. You could buy long, you could sell short, create leverage trades, you can create stop losses, you can create take profits. They have a live account, obviously. They have a demo account, which is very easy, gives you 100 grand in Monopoly money to test your skills. So you don't actually have to risk anything. This is risk-free trading to see if you have what it takes to trade crypto. Cool thing is they also offer XRP, which really not many exchanges offer to trade around with. And as you guys can see, we could very easily, and I'm also starting to notice that there is some sort of downtrend here. This is the 4 hour. There is some interesting pattern here forming that I think I'm going to go jump to XRP's chart and actually draw out for us. But you can see that there is a symmetrical triangle forming here on XRP. If I jump to the 4 hour on XRP right now, let's see if we can kind of replicate the same thing, because that would be quite revealing if you ask me. So we do have this here. I don't know. It's definitely not as bleak as the one on Bityard here, but maybe ever so slightly there could be some sort of, maybe it's smaller. That's what it is. I think it's going to be a smaller downtrend here. And let's see, I'm jumping back to here. It started, they're having it on November 23rd. So if we jump to XRP here, November 23rd is right around this area. So I've pulled this up. We're not really seeing the same thing as Bityard is showing us here, but it is very similar here in regards to some sort of fractal forming here. We could probably extend this out a little bit more. Yeah, now I can start to see the pattern that's developing. So this is interesting. Maybe it's forming another 4 hour, some sort of downtrend, some sort of uptrend here. Maybe another 4 hour symmetrical triangle that we now have to practice or track once again. We are seeing the volume slowly die off. We are fizzling out with higher lows and lower highs. Top, bottom, top. You can see how we are filling this gap in here, and we should get the results fairly soon. So that's quite interesting here. I'm glad I looked at Bityard. But we're also going to be looking at these other cryptos in a second here. But if you guys want to sign up to Bityard, the link is down in the description. Completely free to sign up. When you do, click mystery box and you can earn free crypto, which is also obviously very nice. But moving forward here and leaving that here because this is quite interesting, and I do think we are going to probably pop fairly soon. But looking at these other cryptos, Ethereum is flatlined out. All you need to know is this is not something that's typical in crypto. And when we do see the sideways trading, it always causes a big drop or a big run. Always, every single time, and it's going to happen again. Same thing with Bitcoin. Flatlined out here on the price, flatlined out here on the RSI, always causes a pump or a dump. It will happen, and it will happen very soon. Moving forward with the S&P, this is what I'm waiting for. As I've stated before, We had a previous run here, as you can see. Just want to draw this in, and this is identical to what's forming now. We had a beautiful uptrend here. Once we hit top resistance, we then caused rejection, and you can see we were right at the purple band here, which then caused a rejection. You can see we had the uptrend here. Once we hit the top, we started to see a cross, and once we crossed, it usually implied a drop. What happened here as well? You can see the beautiful uptrend. Once we hit the the purple band right here, we started to drop as well. So now moving forward, what I want to show you, which is very useful, is now that we started to correct downwards here, what I'm looking at is you can see we fell down a moving average. We rallied up and we fell lower. We had a bullish cross here, but we rejected and crossed over. But look, we fell back down, moving average, and there's a very good chance we're going to break through it again. So I could easily speculate there's a big possibility we could pull ourselves all the way back down to 35.60. I would not be surprised if it did, but I do plan on buying in, hopefully right around this target. That's my target now moving forward here as we reject off the major a descending fractal here. You can see beautifully how this is playing out with the lower high formation, lower high, lower high, lower high. Here we are again, most likely causing correction. But that's pretty much it though for today's video. I am very, very, very heavily weighted on the fact that we're probably going to reject off the moving average and probably going to slide lower. I expect that to happen here. I expect pretty much, I expect the S&P to drag crypto down with it. And that's pretty much the opinion that I'm getting at here. But that's pretty much it, guys, for today's episode. Definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, check out my second channel, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.